Ladies and gentlemen and friends beyond the binary, welcome to Being Trans, the darkest timeline. I'm Amanda Bonanza, and that's a Lilith Elektra. And here we are.
Hey,
Hey,
here we are.
yeah, what's up? TikTok's out! TikTok's out! No more fucking TikTok! No more TikTok! Can't get your TikTok, Lilith. What do you think?
I never used TikTok and do not care.
Yeah, I never did use the TikTok. I tried a couple times and it didn't jive with me. It was too youthful. But what's funny, what I think is really funny is like they banned TikTok under the guise that like it's Chinese spyware or whatever.
Yeah.
And so all the people that were on TikTok immediately went to Redbook,
Yeah.
which is more Chinese
They
and
just went to a
more
different.
communist.
You can't protect us from ourselves. We were talking earlier. This is like when everyone got sick from Chipotle, and Chipotle was like, everyone gets a free burrito, and people were like,
Everyone gets a free
let's go get our free burrito.
burrito.
It's like, no, you just got sick.
Yay!
Like, you know what? You can't save Americans from themselves.
No, there's no
Whatever.
saving any of this.
No.
It's a cooked turkey, my friend. It's our goose is cooked real good. Like we're all in real big trouble. 2 more days, y'all. Then the fun really starts.
I saw that people because they moved the inauguration inside. Now like these people who like rearrange
Bought
their
plane
lives,
tickets. Yep.
bought plane tickets, and you know, yeah,
Nothing.
they get nothing. It's like, well, get used to it. That's what you voted for.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. That's
4 years
whole
of
jam.
getting
It's like,
nothing.
yeah. I mean, I don't feel bad for a single one of those people. Like not a
Yeah,
single one. Like, like they all it's fine. Too bad for you. Why don't you go fly to DC anyway and hang out in the sub-zero weather and just just stand outside anyway.
yeah.
Just
Just
go
go
do
do it.
exactly what you were gonna go do.
Just go do it.
Just go out, just go to DC to stand in the cold and be racist.
Yeah. Well, it says I might have the
For you,
wrong.
why don't you go fly to DC
Oh,
anyway and hang? Oh yeah, you brought me in there.
I screwed up. I'm back, and I'm
Are
not
you
screwed up.
back?
Yeah,
Did you go to the wrong zone?
I want to go to YouTube, make sure I didn't have like the wrong chat open, and I'm just like in a dead chat talking to myself.
Nah, we're in a dead chat. I don't know if we have any viewers
There
today.
are
That's all
viewers.
right.
There are some
Are there
viewers.
people here? Hey, y'all said let us know in the chat so we
I
don't
know
feel
why they're
so
not talking.
lonely.
There's two people. One of them is waiting for the right time to bring up Doctor Who for some reason. And the other one doesn't want to know we're here because I'll start talking about Susie and the Cybertruck.
You
Available
have to talk
now.
about Susie in the
It's
server. Lilith.
available. Yeah.
Okay, I wanna do this better. Okay, like
Yeah.
Lilith, I heard you wrote a book.
I did. My newest novel, Susie and the Cybertruck, is available now in Kindle and paperback at Amazon.com. Uh,
Amazon.com.
Amazon.com. You might have heard of it. And you know what? There, the link is in the chat. So you can go buy it now. And I would say,
Is
it's
it in the chat? I don't have it in the chat. Maybe I'm in the wrong chat.
oh no, because I see your Hey Fam in the chat. We are.
I see it. Yours says Lilith Zarling Big Show, but it doesn't have the link for the Cybertruck.
I just put it up just now, so it might
Yeah, but
take
it's
a
not
second to
there.
get. It might take a second to get to America.
Oh, is there a big block? It's got to go.
Or
It's got to cross a
or
border.
does YouTube not want us? Does YouTube not want to help Amazon?
I don't know what's going on. There's
That's
no link
crazy.
though. Alexis is there. Hi, Alexis. She made it. That's great. Like, yeah, no link. Sorry. Maybe I can try.
Yeah.
Maybe you sent. Why don't you send the link to me in like the either the Discord or the whatever, and I'll try putting it in, and we'll see.
There.
We're trying. We're
I just sent it.
wrestling.
I
There's
just
there. I
sent
got
it
a
through the
chat
chat. You
here. It's
got it. All
popping up.
right.
It's popping up. Everyone's seeing it. You can see it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab that.
Yeah.
Copy link. I'm gonna just close that. We're gonna go back to here. I'm gonna put it in the chat. There it is. That's there. I mean, it went just for me.
Oh,
Yeah, Amanda has to
has to
post. I
post it.
did.
All right. Well, there you go, y'all.
Oh, I
It's
spelled it like Susie and the Banshees. That's cool, but it's not it.
yeah. Susie and the Cybertruck. Amazing first debut novel from KJ Lowring, aka me.
I'm gonna do. I did the link twice, so everyone buys it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's flying off the shelves. There's
it is.
only so many digital copies you can get. Get them now
Buy
while they're
buy,
still there.
buy a paperback copy, and then when this
When
is
you have
all
a hard
over,
copy, then no one can take it away
yeah,
from you.
and then when this is all over, we have our Being Trans reunion, Being Trans Con. I can sign that copy for you. I could also sign your Kindle, but that would just basically any book you read would have my signature on every page. So
Where
it's
would we
probably
have being transcon?
uh well, we could have it if we just want to be United States centric, like in the center of the U.S.
No,
Like,
we absolutely cannot be in the United
and then, well,
States.
no, I said when this is all over. Yeah,
That.
yeah. So 20, 30 years from
I
now,
was just say,
after World War III, or we just have it in the middle of the Pacific Ocean somewhere.
Garbage Island.
Yeah, let's have it on the trash island, the
I
size of
mean,
Texas.
my first thought's Geneva. Like, why wouldn't we do Geneva?
I mean, yeah, sure.
Let's go to Geneva. It's an excuse to go skiing or something. I don't know.
But yeah, so the book is out. I promised you last weekend that I would crank that out, and I did. And
She did. She did it like fast too. And like I was talking about how I was gonna crank my book out, and I'm changing my mind because I was gonna do well, I was working on it and I realized that I was spending too much time doing
yeah,
that. And so I was like, I can just scrap that whole idea. I can actually put that book out, but I want to put out a book in time for Valentine's Day, which is coming up.
yeah.
And so I was gonna do Love Sweet Love, a Valentine's Day romance about a girl who runs a sweet shop and has a rival, and they have to work together for an event on Valentine's Day, and they end up falling in love.
Wow. What about like
Yeah.
one called just like Trans Support Group, Romance?
What?
It's like Trans Support Group. It's a trans support group, and everyone just gets together and they find love and they have misadventures and all that stuff.
Oh, that butt hits a little close to the bone.
I mean, we've all been there. I mean, I told you I have the same.
We're not going to discuss my private
Fair
life.
enough. Fair enough. They wouldn't have. No one would have known I was talking about you until you said something.
You knew. You did that
I
on
knew.
purpose.
I knew, but you could have let it go. You have to. Yes, crap. You have to buy this damn book,
You do
and
have to buy the book. It's amazing.
Write a 5-star review.
Yeah, write a review. Write a review. We need reviews for this book.
Yeah.
Well, this book is great. It's
It
delightful.
is.
Emily's on her way in. Is she going to be on the show, Charlotte? Let's find that out.
Oh,
Yeah, Emily's. She might be sleeping. She's probably had a rough whatever.
Tasmanians are notoriously late.
Is that it? Are there any more racial slurs you'd like to throw out? Well, we've got a Tasmanian.
Slur was a very.
What other stereotypes can you tell us about Tasmanians?
I mean, that was it, and that's all. That's
sometimes they put like dynamite in one of the keys on a piano and like.
See, notorious.
Charles, yes. I don't know if yes, she's coming onto the show, or yes, Tasmanians are
notoriously late. That was an agreement.
There we go. We got Emily. Hello, Emily. You didn't decide. Good morning, sunshine.
Good morning.
Okay, so I don't think my camera's set up at all. There's still a lot of work to do. I'm sick this morning. I started getting sick last night, so I don't even know where my camera's at. It's over there. Hi. Hi, everybody.
This is the thing that I was talking about. This is
Tasmanian flu.
Yeah, you're going across the world. You're going to pick up some bugs. This is why time travel can't work. This is like, did I ever tell you all the story about like the real Terminator, my idea for a short film? Like we've all seen the Terminator, right? We understand the premise of the Terminator.
I only saw 4.
You only saw Terminator 4.
Yeah, I got way late into it. It was just like, this is stupid.
You're like, I'm going to start here.
I'm going to start here, yeah.
Which one was Terminator? Because Terminator 3...
I saw 2 when it came out.
You saw T2. Of course you saw T2 Judgment Day. What
Gen Xer didn't see T2 Judgment Day?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you could be mine. Come on. We all know that one. But like, okay, but here's the thing about that is, so like, here's my idea. So here's my short film. This harkens back to the first Terminator, the original 1984, like where it was like, I fucking love that movie. Anyway, like, so like, it's the same premise. Like they send, Arnold Schwarzenegger back, and he's the ball of energy, and he goes back, and he goes, and he goes off. They send Kyle Reese on the ball, and he gets his clothes, and then Kyle Reese goes and he finds Sarah Connor, and he's like, Sarah, there's a Terminator after you. And then he just coughs, and then you cut to the Terminator, and then the Terminator just like, you see Terminator vision, and it's like, and then he goes and he finds a bar, and he sits down and he orders a margarita, and then you see Terminator vision again, and it just says mission accomplished, and then like Kyle Reese starts getting sick, and then Sarah Connor starts coughing, and then all of humanity gets wiped out by future germs. Because that's how it would go. You need like a shot to like fly around the world. There's no way you could handle the viruses from like post-apocalyptic world where like they're eating rats and crawling around in skulls. It's got to be all sorts of weird shit happening there, health-wise.
Yeah. Yeah, it sort of begs the question too, like if you went far enough back into the past, could the same thing be true? Like, the way...
Of course. Like, yeah. Like, I mean, smallpox was a thing not too long ago. Like,
the Black Plague. There's a couple
like
examples.
Like,
Black Plague is still a thing. Black Plague is still a thing.
It is alive and kicking in like spots on Madagascar, I found out. It just sucks. Like, it sucks so bad.
Also, the worst
and thanks to our upcoming administration, a lot of those things are going to be coming back, y'all. Bringing it back.
The problem is, if Americans discovered time travel, they'd send a bunch of people back. They'd be like, here are your precautions. They'd be like, that's bullshit. And they'd not have their masks on, and they just, like, don't kill anything. If you change the past, you change the future radically. And they would just go back and start shooting
stuff. And
like,
then
I shot Charlemagne, bitch. It's like,
and everyone's going to have toasters for heads.
No, toaster
what?
head.
That's how it works in those. Like, you go back and like you kill a bug, and then you go back to the future, and everyone's got a toaster for a head, and all the sky is checkered. It's like black and white checkerboard.
Everyone has toasters for head, but there's no such thing as bread. It's such a sad.
Yeah, it's super ironic. It's like, oh.
Every time people take a bath, they kill themselves.
It's a real terrible situation.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh, go ahead.
Is this what you're gonna talk about?
More merch. Let's talk about merch.
Yeah,
we got those beautiful. While we're here, let me get that whole. We got that.
First of all, we were talking about a new book that just got released this week.
We're talking about a new book here. Let me just put that merch up. You can get this. You can get this at etsy.com/thetransverse plus the transverse. Go. That's the web URL. It's all of that. Go there. Etsy transverse cut.com net.
I will say this. I say this every week. If you Google search Etsy the Transverse, it takes you right to the Transverse's Etsy page.
Or if you just simply go to the description, we have the link in the description.
This link's in the description. We need to put Susie and the Cybertruck in the description link. We'll have to do that next week. We'll get that going. I'll have to get my book out. I think my book is going to be I'm going to get my Valentine's Day book out this week. That's the Sweet Love, a Valentine's Story, and that's gonna be out hopefully this week. We'll see. I'm fucking scatterbrained. I'm incapable of doing anything.
Also, we've been joking about this AI book that I cranked out. You definitely should read it. It's good. It's great stuff. It's fucking hilarious. But I will be later this year. I'm hoping that this summer to be publishing a book of poetry the same way. I've been looking at how to publish like my poetry, and I was like, oh, I can just self-publish it at Amazon. So, that'll be coming later this year
nice.
As well.
The real book, the real book, yeah.
The real book. It's all limerick.
But Susie and the Cybertruck is very real. You can get that even. It's so real, you can get it on paperback.
You can get it on paperback.
Links in the chat.
You can?
Yes,
Yeah.
it just went live while we were starting the show.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's $3 on Kindle. What is the paperback set you back?
I think $11.99.
Ooh, bargain for twice the price.
Yeah. The back of the paperback version has my bio, and yeah, it's real professional looking. So you can't go wrong.
Nice.
You cannot go wrong. That's everything. That's where we do. And remember, when you do buy Susie and the Cybertruck, leave a review, give it 5 stars, give it that 5-star rating. That's how it gets boosted in the thing.
Yeah.
And then like and subscribe right here.
Like and subscribe while you're here. Like and subscribe. I love how like we were 15 minutes in and it's 80% commercials so far. It's like
yeah,
we've really gotten the whole
women.
hang
We got
of
a lot
this
of shit to
YouTube
do.
thing. Yeah,
we're
we're just like every other. We're actual. That does the fact that we're horking wares like this early and this relentlessly, does that officially make us influencers now?
Well, speaking of advertisements, I'd like to talk about our new advisor, Hungry Root. Hungry Root provides you garbage you can cook and eat. So Hungry Root.
While we're talking about Hungry Root, I'd like to talk a little about stamps.com. You want to hear about stamps.com?
I usually go on stamps.com while I'm laying on my Casper mattress, and I find that that's the perfect place to browse stamps.com.
And I do that too. And what I do is I read it. I read the things on the page through my Warby Parker glasses. And also, while I'm wearing my outfit brought to me by Stitch Fix.
Any trans dudes in the audience looking how to get clothes, bonobos.com. Bonobos, they send you a matching outfit of polos and pants and belts and shoes, and you can look like a real dork. So
please remember while you're doing all of this, this internet shopping for all of these things, that your data is getting out there. It's really important to remember that your data is being sold and used and split out there. And the way you deal with that is go to Delete Me. They're a wonderful organization for cleaning up your data and getting it out from the internet there. This was all a lot of fun and games, but Delete Me was actually a sponsor of the transgender show.
Oh, that's what happened there.
That's the real plug. Nobody went. We didn't get any. But I mean, they did sponsor a few episodes. It was pretty cool. Yeah. We got actual cash.
Back on our old show, we tried to get sponsored by Troomies.
Troomies. It was like mushroom gummies.
I even bought a bottle of focused mushroom gummies.
She did. She was so focused.
I was so focused.
It was like for 6 months. Those lasted too. Those lasted forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you were very focused. I would watch you get focused like during the show. Like you would take
my pupils just like
your pupils definitely dilated. It was a real thing.
It was real. And I was like doing math, all that kinds of shit that I can't do.
They never got back to us. We just did all that advertising for nothing.
Oh, they did. They got back to us. They said, this isn't what we're looking for.
Oh, yeah, that's you're right. You're right. They did get back.
Well, that's nice. Credit. They did get back to us.
We've seen what you're doing, and we don't want to be nothing to do with it.
Yeah, we don't like this. Like that's essentially it.
This is not
what you do. Isn't very good. We don't want to be associated.
I'm going to be honest.
Brand with you.
I'm going to be honest. I would say that is one point where the name of the show at the time probably cost us that advertiser.
I think that name costed us a lot. It really set us back. It was such a good name, though.
It was the best. I was so proud when I blurted it out. And
I was so proud of it. I did get kind of embarrassed to say it after a while.
It did, but you did a great job with the logo. It looked just like Ted Cruz.
That theme was really good.
Our old podcast was Girl Dick with Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz's real podcast is The Verdict with Ted Cruz, and we basically the same format for our logo as his. And if you would search Ted Cruz, sometimes they'd come up next to each other on podcast searches.
It was great. I think that's it was a fine time to be alive. Like, those were simpler times.
Not a great time to get
isn't that a whiskey? That should be a whiskey. Simpler times.
Simpler times. Granddad's Simpler Times.
Simpler Times whiskey.
Yeah.
It's all
or
too
a
much.
or a tea.
Simple
Or a
Times
tea,
tea.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like a herbal tea that puts you to sleep. But to get that sleepy bear. Oh, the sleepy bear. We love that sleepy bear.
Sure do.
Everyone loves that sleepy bear. The Celestial Seasonings bear. He's my favorite.
Yeah. So
I'd like to be friends with
anything
that
going
bear.
on since the last show?
I mean, I have a couple things. Y'all, I'm down for a special guest star.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, let's bring her
I mean,
on.
yes,
Bring her
yes.
on.
She's not ready for this, and
She's
I'm
not
getting a
ready
look
at
right
all.
now. I'm getting a hell of a look right now.
Well, you don't have
Let's put
to.
someone on the spot.
Charlotte. Hi,
I was about to
Charlotte.
make some Vegemite toast to do it live on air. So
Doing
she
the
can do the
Vegemite. All
Vegemite
right,
taste.
that is the Vegemite.
Yeah.
Have you had Vegemite yet, Emily? Is this your
Yeah,
first?
I've been in Australia. I was here 22 years ago. I don't really remember it. I just had a little bit. So but yeah, she wants to make me a whole like Vegemite toast thing for me to try again on air and see. When I first got here, she had pizza waiting and it was wonderful. And so she was
That's
just like,
awesome.
here, try this anchovy and mushroom pizza. And I'm like, no. And she's like, yeah, just try it. And I'm like, hell no. And she convinced me to try it, and I tried
It was
it.
really
And
good.
you know, despite what I thought going into it, it was exactly as horrendous and horrible as I thought it was
Yeah, I
going
was
to
just
be.
gonna say, like, yeah,
Crazy,
Ah.
crazy stuff.
But for
you're
y'all,
gonna love
this is
Vegemite
my
though. Don't worry about that. Everyone loves Vegemite.
this is my girlfriend Charlotte, by the way, and she's gonna go make me some Vegemite, and we're gonna try it live on air.
It's gonna be amazing.
Very
I
Nice.
can't wait to see that.
Nice.
It's you really showed up for a great show, folks, because you're gonna get to see an American trying Tasmanian
Didn't work. I
food
didn't get it right.
for the first time ever. It's never been done on YouTube. It's
I don't know if we would make that tonight.
groundbreaking. No one's ever done this. This is it. Also, Susie and the Cybertruck available at Amazon.com.
KJ Lowring.
KJ Lowring. Yeah, that's your name. I forgot.
So the content we've already exhausted all of our content ideas, and we're back to plugs, huh?
No
Well, it's weird.
ideas.
Like
Well,
you
you talked
mentioned
about TikTok for a
you
second.
mentioned pizza.
Do you think
I
this
am
will
like I'm in the middle of like this for me a personal record since I've last had pizza. It's been probably
Well,
3
yeah.
weeks.
I'll bet you it's not super easy to come by in Costa Rica.
I mean, there's Little Caesars and
know.
Papa John's, but Papa John's doesn't really count as pizza.
Well, I think Papa John's is okay now that Shaq runs it. You get a
I don't think
shakaroni.
so. Actually, they do have like tortillas here, and they were called like pizza crust. They're like they're just like tortillas, but they're like tortilla, and then one pack of tortillas just says pizza crust. And I'm like, why is this one bag pizza crust?
Now
it's to get you in there. It's like it's a trick.
They do have.
I will
pepperoni.
tell you that in a pinch, I invented the tortizza, which is you take a tortilla, pizza sauce on it, cheese, and some pepperoni or whatever topping you got lying around, because this is sort of a lying around type of a thing. And it's you throw it in the toaster oven. It's really good. They're really good. The tortilla crisps up, and it's like a one of those tavern style flatbread pizzas. Pretty darn good. So don't knock it till you've tried it, babe.
Did I ever tell you about the bachelor sandwich that I invented back in the day? It was like another lying around thing, but it's also a lying around thing when you're pre-transition, when you don't give a fuck, when you're poor and you just need to put something in your stomach so it doesn't hurt so you can get on with the rest of your miserable day. And that is you just take a heel of bread and a whole dill pickle and some mustard and eat it like a hot dog. Sounds great, doesn't it?
Actually, there's in front of our condo. There's a little strip
Coming to
mall
Blue Apron
that has a bakery that I can get a full baguette for $1. So I might just make some French bread pizza.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
beautiful. Yeah, it's not lovely.
I was shocked at fruit prices yesterday, or like berries. We got strawberries, blueberries, and raspberries were super cheap here. So for those that, because I've skipped over a whole thing, I'm in Tasmania, Australia. That's why Charlotte is here. That's where she's from. And yeah, so I'm on a grand adventure to Tasmania, Australia, and yeah, the prices are interesting. It's really hard to do the math here. I mean, they use things like kilometers and
Yeah, the metric
kilograms and
system,
stuff,
because it's
and
everywhere in the United States, everywhere in the world, but the United States and Liberia uses all that stuff.
yeah, it's very very confusing. It's very confusing. So I can't do the conversion. And the thing is that I've got to do two conversions. Like it's like broccoli is $5.99 per kilogram, and it's just like, okay, what does $5.99 mean? Because that's Australian dollars.
Australian money, yeah.
And then what in the goddamn hell is a kilogram? And how am I supposed to know
It's about
what
2.14
I got a story
pounds.
about that. Yeah, we were at the store. We were like, kilogram is a pound, and we bought
It's much
a
more.
we thought it was a little more. We bought a kilogram of chorizo for $3, 3,000 colones, which is like $6. And we're like, oh, then we got home. We're like, oh yeah, this is like over 2 pounds of chorizo, which is fine. I mean, we just
Because chorizo, you're gonna eat it.
But
Like, oh,
talk about
chorizo
cheaper.
sounds
So
great right now.
they
So
had
wish
a
I had some.
They had a tomato crop problem here, so tomatoes are super expensive. But we got bananas bananas were 15 colones a piece, which is about 3 cents. So we've been trying them bananas. Yeah.
Yes, you have no bananas.
Yeah.
Yes, you have no bananas.
Why all the metric hate? Because we're stupid. That's why.
It's embarrassing. We're still on the British imperial system, which the British abandoned in 1964.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a really good answer for most things of like why Americans ... because we are fucking stupid.
Look, I got here and that's what they were using. I mean, that's the only answer I have. It's not like I was just like,
We're
we
still
could
on
make
the
the
British
decision.
imperial system, which the
Yeah.
British abandoned.
Like I'm just gonna use kilometers per hour, and everyone else is gonna use miles per hour. Although
I've been doing that.
in my
I've
Prius, I
switched
did
to
have
metric in
I
European
did
time.
have a button that I could use, and my car would show me how fast I was going in kilometers per hour. Yeah, it's pretty.
That's a sweet option. You don't have a car
so.
anymore, do you? You got rid of your car.
No, I've just been Ubering if I need to, and it hasn't been too bad. Actually, Ubering is actually pretty reliable and inexpensive.
Now they have Amazon there in Costa Rica. They have Uber.
If I have to Amazon though, I have to pay import taxes.
Okay, so they don't have it there.
Well,
like,
I can get it, and it's no charge if no delivery charge if I order more than $35, but I do have to pay the import fees, and there's not really a postal service. Like our address includes like we're so many kilometers from the government building down the road. Yeah.
Wow.
So most people say if you are going to get mail or anything, if we walk like 10 minutes the other direction, there's like a post office there. We can get a PO box if we wanted to, but yeah.
Do you need mail?
God, no, I love not getting mail.
Like, I know, it's such a chore to check the mailbox.
Oh man,
just to like sift through and throw 80% of it in the trash.
I can't wait for elections so I can be just like, I didn't get anything.
I love the idea of just going sending Lilith a postcard, just being just addressing it, the white lady 64 kilometers from the government building.
I'll get it. Here, let me find it real quick.
It's just like, oh yeah,
the giant white woman.
The giant white woman.
It's
probably that would be enough.
De Heredia, Ula Languia, 750 metros este de Decra, Condominio Bamboo 106.
Yes.
Did you just dox yourself?
No, she just did.
No one's gonna find it.
Yeah, here's gonna go. It's curtains for her. All your fans are gonna swarm the place tomorrow.
We don't have any trolls currently watching this, do we?
I don't care.
If I do, if we don't, I don't know.
What are they gonna do? Mail me something? It's
remember that. Go to Costa Rica. Yeah, like.
Also, a lot of people, a lot of right wingers showing up at your door.
That is also like a huge condo complex. So
Oh.
Yeah.
Good luck. Hey, where's the big white girl?
Yeah, like 200 people turning point. All right. Do we have a break? Are we ready for a topic shift?
Yeah. What do you
Normal
got for us?
people,
What do we got?
Australian style and cheese.
Okay, so I've just been instructed.
Vegemite. That
Vegemite.
is Vegemite.
I've just been instructed that this is a normal person's amount of Vegemite.
Yeah.
It's a normal person.
This is an Australian's amount of
You have the accent going very well, do you?
What's that?
You don't have the accent going very well, do you?
This is the Australian amount of Vegemite, and then this is Vegemite and Brie.
Camembert.
Camembert. Ooh, fancy. We're getting very fancy.
I don't know that cheese. Is it like, what is it?
Camembert.
What is it
It's
called
like
again?
it's a soft treat. Camembert.
It's Camembert? I don't know. I've
Yeah.
never seen it. I'm not so cultured.
So this is a transverse exclusive.
That's like a double entendre. There's like a double joke with cheese.
This is exclusive.
That makes it.
Here we go. Transverse
Didn't point out
exclusive.
how clever
Emily.
that was.
I'm going to ask you to pick up the one that's the Australian.
Yeah, let's see the
right,
Australian
You want me to
one
start
first.
there?
Yeah, I want you to start.
We're not gonna build to it.
No, because you're gonna bite the first one. If you don't like it, we'll never talk into the
Well, no,
the big
because that's
one.
it. Because hang on, Lilith. Emily's making a really good point here. Because like, if you start with the grand one, what she's gonna try that, and then she's gonna go taste the like one with nothing on it. Come on, you can't live like that. I say, Emily, start small, work your way up. Let's do this.
Okay. This seems like a
Well, it's like
if I
go
remember
big
how
or
to
go home.
if I remember how to run a poll in chat, I feel like in the Twitch chat we should do a poll of which one to start with, but it's fine. There's also butter on here. All right, I will do a bite of the small one, then we'll go straight to the big one.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a lot of butter on here.
It doesn't look like it's going well. It's not the face someone generally makes when they love something. Like when your eye closes and your mouth puckers.
It's basically the basic thing I'm getting is like salt times like 1,000. Like you went to put a little bit of salt on your meat, and the cap has come off.
They did the thing where they unscrewed it.
Yeah. Some asshole has loosened the cap.
So and
then
you were like, I'm not going to brush it off. I'm just going to fuck you. I'm going to eat it and unprank your prank.
With that in mind, let's take it up about 6 notches to there. I think orange juice would probably be a good idea to counteract this.
No drinks. It doesn't count if you drink something.
Jesus!
You're allowed to drink orange juice. This isn't like hot ones.
Are we on?
Maybe it should be. We should be asking her questions while she's eating the Vegemite.
Boy, today on Vegemite ones.
So Emily,
here we go. Let's see. Now, granted, the first one, my stomach wasn't super excited about all that salt. So let's see how this goes. All right.
Projectile vomiting.
Emily, do you think the stock market crash of 1929 was caused by presidential policies or just overall just economic policies? What's your thoughts on that?
You okay?
Oh, the thing is.
You're okay.
I am. It's just like I've licked an entire block of salt now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're like a deer.
Oh, Jesus. I have all of the salt that has ever existed in my mouth currently.
I'll take that one.
Charlotte's going to eat that.
God. Oh my gosh.
Like, yeah,
look at how weird their orange juice is.
Oh, shut up. This is the orange juice.
Oh, okay.
It seems like pretty normal to me. That's what normal people have is like all that stuff.
Oh. How do you Australians not all die of heart attacks at 22? Jesus Christ. The cholesterol here must be insane.
What's that cholesterol? Is Vegemite? Vegemite's not meat. It's got veg in it. It's like it's
veg. That's sort of in the name.
I just feel
But-
as Americans, we're in no place to criticize another country's diet.
Yeah, another country's eating habits. Like, how dare you? Like,
And salt
like,
intake.
hey, I'm an American. I'm
right.
gonna come here and tell you what's healthy. What's healthy
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
right. I have some ideas on how you could run your economy. We have this thing called late stage capitalism. It's great. First thing we're gonna
screw
do
your,
is
your
we're gonna make you
Vegemite.
start paying. We're gonna take away your health care. We're gonna replace it with insurance companies. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, and screw this this Vegemite stuff. Like this is way too much salt. I'm gonna go to Jack in the
We've
Box
got
today
this place
instead.
called Chipotle. Check it out.
If they kill you with one
Chipotle.
burrito, they'll give you another one free. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Dresden Media says, to be fair, Americans are salty AF.
Oh.
All right,
Dag, yo.
sorry.
Shots
Sorry
fired.
to do the false bite,
yeah.
but
Here
we ready
go,
for
here we
cheese?
go.
Yeah.
Camembert?
I mean, we're both from Wisconsin. We're always ready for cheese.
Yeah, we're ready
There
for
you
the
go.
cheese.
What is it down?
The cheese makes it perfect. Or as they say in
So
Australia.
does the cheese cut the
perfecto.
salt or add more salt?
It contained the Vegemite in the middle, so I had cheese and I had butter and of course the bread. And then the Vegemite comes later as like a surprise. Fuck ton of salt.
Surprise. This sucks.
There is sort of an
Yeah.
earthiness, almost meaty, to it.
So are you gonna eat Vegemite for the duration of your stay? Or are you done with
Looks,
Vegemite?
according to her facial expressions, it looks like
It
it.
looks like she's done.
Yeah, it looks like that's just this is how you live now.
New favorite, yes. Vegemite is life.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Wow.
Vegemite life.
More
Spread
for
it
me.
around. Not
We
on
need,
TikTok though. No more TikTok. Get it on Redbook. Get your Redbook here.
Charlotte, yes, a metric fuck ton of salt, yes. Charlotte and I are going to need to have a discussion after this. That just seems unhealthy. That seems unwise, unhealthy. I cannot condone it.
So what are you gonna make for her that's distinctly American?
High fructose corn syrup pizza. It's just a dough covered in high fructose corn syrup.
What could I
This
make that
is
would be
American
distinctly
food.
American? See, the problem is America exports
Fusion. It's all
everything
fusion.
everywhere.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Is like, yeah, I feel like it, but I mean, the other part about American is American food is it's really just it's all fusion. So it's like it's every other culture's in the world's food and then our twist on it, like which is really what all American food really is.
I would
Like,
say, Emily,
a
to like
steak,
pay
baked
attention.
potato.
Pay attention to like foods that you don't like. Like I said, I haven't had pizza, but I honestly don't miss it. We had a burger the first night we were here, but the first night was January 1st. It was the only place that was open that we get something to eat. So we've just been, I mean, we still get, the store near us has rotisserie chicken. So we'll get a rotisserie chicken and like make ramen with it and make tacos with it. But like, it's kind of nice not having easy, bad for you fast food or delivery just waiting for you to call.
I don't do either of those things, and I haven't forever. So it's like I'm already off that. Like I don't eat fast food ever. Like and
better than me.
Well, no, it's just because it is. I just don't like it. It's like I stopped doing it a while. Like I pretty much cut it out 20 years ago, and then like in the last like about 2 years ago, I kind of rekindled my relationship. I was on road trips and I was on the road a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, this is what you can get when you're on the road is fast food. And then I started having like the occasional hankering for it. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I can have some Taco Bell. And every single time I fed that, like I regretted it fucking immediately right away. Like I was like, this sucks so fucking bad. And it wasn't even cheap. And it sucks. It's terrible. Like it tastes bad and it feels so bad, like right away. Yeah.
That's an interesting segue into how my trip to Australia started.
Yeah. To start with some fast food.
Just so you know, door to door, because I left my house pretty early because it was on an international flight. I wasn't able to check in on to my flight early, or I wasn't able to check in my flight online. So they wanted me to go and do it there. So I'm like, I was just nervous about the whole thing. It was very important for me to come out here and see my girlfriend. You know, we have this, you know, whatever. Anyway, so I leave early. Door to door, 36 hours. It was a long haul. It was a very long trip.
Did you sleep in the airport proper? Like pull up a
No,
corner?
I didn't. I saw someone who slept under the bench of chairs, you know, because the chairs have
nice.
that they armrests on them. So
Yeah.
she just passed out underneath the chairs. It's like, all right, screw you guys. I'll just fall asleep on the floor. But
I mean, I've seen people sleeping on the floor of the airport plenty. It's a thing. It's like it's not a
Yeah.
weird thing to see. Like I mean, but it is funny like how like there's some sort of security you get from sleeping under the chairs, like you're protected from something. Like
Yes.
like what? Like it makes no difference at all. It's just stuff to it's just stuff to be in your way when if you move around.
But the real, you know, where I wanted to tie into your Taco Bell story, the real start to the trip was for lunch yesterday, or for lunch the day I was leaving, I went through the fridge and I was just like, I need to get rid of all of these perishable things, all the vegetables, because I'm here for 3 weeks. So I had a bag of kale, I had spinach, I had mushrooms, peppers, a little bit of jalapeno. What else did I throw in there? But then on top of it, I had bought some beets because apparently beets are kind of a superfood. They got a lot of good stuff in them.
Gross,
So
yeah,
so
I guess they're good for you, but they're fucking nasty.
I chopped up and I threw a beet in there, and then I sauteed it all in some butter and some soy sauce. Was so good. This meal was wonderful, and I ate too much of it. Well, almost immediately that made me pretty gassy.
I was gonna say I know where this is going. I think.
You unfortunately do, because when you're talking into Taco Bell, you know where this is fucking going. So for about an hour, I'm just gassy. It's coming up, going down, whatever. And one of those times when it went down, I'm just like, okay, I'll just, toot this one out. I did not toot.
Yeah, it's a little wet. Wet?
No, it was not a little wet. I
It's a lot
very
wet.
shit my pants. I very shit my pants.
Okay, babe. I'm gonna make you feel better. I shit my pants in a very similar fashion about 2 weeks ago. So it's like it's a thing. It's just we're like this. But it was it was a wet fart, and it was just like, oh god damn it. Like you know how it is. It's like, oh, now I have to wash everything. Now I have to stop what I'm doing and literally wash everything and my body.
Well, it was wonderful because it was a fucking hour before I left and I still had stuff to do. And oh my God, it was such
Not
a nightmare.
anymore.
That
Now
was,
the stuff you have to do is wash your clothes and your body.
yeah. So that was, it was such a nightmare. It was such a nightmare. Well, and the thing is, it's not that once that horrible thing happened to me, that I was then done with my stomach being upset. So the immediate thing from that is when my daughter came over to pick me up, I go into the bathroom again and spend some time in there because I don't want to crap my pants in her car. I don't want this to happen again.
Very polite.
Well, I end up late for my train.
No.
So I missed my train. The next train comes in 3 hours. So thankfully, thank God for my daughter, she was able to drive me all the way to LAX.
Woof.
And that was the start.
LAX?
That was the start to a 36-hour adventure.
Does the Oxnard train go to LAX?
The train goes to Union Station, and there's a bus from there to the airport. It's a really great way to travel. I love it.
Seems like a really good way to travel. Yeah, that seems way better than driving. Yeah.
Yeah. I live in a city that has a major transport hub, big bus and train stops. So yeah, it's just wonderful to ride down the road. That was all my daughter was supposed to do, was just take me down the road, hop on the train and go, and then I get the bus down there, and I'm late for the train by 5 minutes. So I look on the map, I use Waze or whatever, and I look at the train schedule, and we're gonna miss every train at every train stop by like 2 minutes, pretty much down to LA. So it's just like, all right, I guess we gotta drive it.
We're driving it. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry about your. So let me ask you this. So, like, when she had that initial poop, was after that, was it like done? Then you felt great, or like, was it like it was just it was a constant nagging thing?
Oh, are we? Hold on a second. I've got a question about breakfast. We're not eating on the boat.
There's little nibble bits. They're only very small.
Okay. Yeah, you can make me breakfast.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's gonna make me breakfast.
On
You're gonna
the
be on a boat?
boat.
What kind of
Yeah,
boat?
I'm gonna be on a boat, motherfuckers.
Going on a boat. Going on a boat.
I'm on a boat. Yeah, we're going over to a museum. It's a whole thing. I don't know. Charlotte has things planned. Oh my God. She took me to this casino restaurant, this rotating restaurant at the top of this casino tower, where we got to see all of her city, Hobart. And it was an amazing, fancy dinner. It was very, very fancy.
That sounds delightful. Do you play some poker with the skills that you've learned on mediocre poker?
We could not find the PLO tables. No, we were going. I don't know. We didn't even go to the casino. We had the thought of
You should play some poker. You should buy into a hand of poker and see how you do. You've been watching. You've been doing it.
Am I gonna find a PLO table though?
I don't know what they've got in Australia. You'll at least find Texas Hold'em, and like, you know, if you want, I mean, Texas Hold'em's a little different, but you will, if you understand PLO and if you can do all right at PLO, Texas Hold'em's like a lot less complicated.
But
like, I
wouldn't
mean,
it be
it's
one of
still
those
hard,
things
but
where
like,
would it be one of those things where no Australian knows what Omaha is?
I don't know what they know enough. I don't think so. I think it's universal. I think it's global.
Most Americans don't know what Omaha
because
is.
it's all on the internet. Like it's everywhere in the world does everything, plays poker online, and on the games that you can play online are No Limit, like Texas Hold'em, PLO, and PLO 5, and like Big O. And those are the games, and like, and that's what's there. Like, and so like that's what everyone plays. So if there's a casino and they don't have, and then they'd be crazy not to have a PLO table because people bet like crazy so they can take a big huge break. Like it's just such a it's just such a money maker.
I just love of all of the things of like the history of, like, you know, the Wild West and all that stuff, and how much you know, card play was involved. That like back in the day, way back in history, Texas and Nebraska were the places to play cards. That's where card play comes from. Good old Texas. And of course, what you always think of when you think of Texas, their sister state, Nebraska.
What was the Old West?
Sit around doing nothing. That's all that is.
I mean, it was the Old West. I mean, that's where that was the West, like Kansas and Nebraska. I mean, Kansas, Dodge City's in Kansas. Like, it's like that's true. That's where that is. Like, and that was the frontier back then, and so that's where those games started. And so it's like, that's the thing, is like, it's like they name it after wherever the game started, and if they're playing whatever, because like up to then, I think like before Texas Hold'em was a thing, the game was 7-card stud, and no one plays 7-card stud anymore. And then before that, it was 5-card draw, and definitely no one plays 5-card draw anymore.
The stud was from Studleyville, Iowa. That's where that.
Yeah, exactly.
Clearly, this has been poker history on the Transverse.
Yeah. And dude, I want to upgrade it to 8-card beefcake.
That's the next step, right? Like you master Pot Limit Omaha, and then you create your own poker game.
If I master Pot Limit Omaha, I'm fine. I'll just do that. Because like I said, that's a huge money maker. It sucks. Like I looked at my win rate for this month, and I'm down, and so I don't have a win rate. I have a loss rate. I'm in the red, and I was just like, it made me mad. I was like, why did and it is literally because last Saturday, because I just like blew through like $100 like in like 5 minutes on the show. It was just bad decisions and bad play. And so it's like, I'm down now. I got to crawl back up.
That's right, folks. It's been a few minutes, but it's time for another plug. After this show, be sure to catch Mediocre Poker with Amanda Bonanza.
That's right. She'll play 13-card stud today.
I'll be playing PLO, but I'm going to be playing PLO 10.
Each get 13 cards.
No.
The best hand wins.
she had said before, 8 card. We need 8 card Bonanza.
Eight card Bonanza. I
Yeah.
love that. Yeah. I'll invent 8 card Bonanza. I'll have it for you next week and we'll play it online. I'll demonstrate somehow we'll figure out how to teach each other 8 card Bonanza next.
Let's
You know what?
26
That actually
26 people
honest-
won't play 2-card Daredevil. Everyone gets 2 cards and best hand wins.
I just love this idea of getting on a show and the whole show is us like going back and forth and creating this game. That could be kind of fun, actually.
It'll be a fun time.
Last week I developed a book and published it 2 days later. So yeah,
That's true, she did.
Anything is possible.
And that book is available on Amazon. You can get Susie and the Cybertruck both in paperback and on Kindle at Amazon by KJ Lowring. And it's a great book and everyone should get it. And be sure that when you do buy it, leave a 5-star review. You can also, here, 1 second here, you can also go to the Etsy store, the Transverse Etsy store, and buy this beautiful mug that says, are there shirts for this available now? We got the, you can't see it. You two can't see it.
We do not have the shirts up on
we don't have the shirts.
Yeah,
The shirts
yeah,
don't
they
talk to
exist,
me
but we don't
until
have them where
I've had
anybody
my
can buy them.
hormones. We're going to make teal shirts for this. And then we talked about it. Once the teal shirt's out, you can come. We have to put something else out there that's mustard colored so they can coordinate the teal. So you can do the teal and mustard combo, like a scarf or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like a scarf, a mustard colored scarf that'll go really well with that teal. And then
surprisingly enough, the protagonist of KJ Lowering's Susie and the Cybertruck wears a mustard colored scarf.
That's amazing. It's all coming together.
I made that up.
It's all coming together.
That's part of the lore now.
That's part of the lore. She wears a mustard. You didn't actually, AI didn't generate that part of the text.
I could just go in and add it wherever I want.
You're gonna have to prompt it. Yeah, you can. I mean, you can change it. It's a digital thing. You can change it anytime you want, because it's constantly updated. You can.
So what you're saying, Lilith, is adding a mustard-colored scarf is transverse canon now?
Yeah. Yeah.
There it is. Transverse canon. There it is. You can also get that shirt that both Emily and Lilith are wearing, the Punishy her shirt. Look at how cool they look. I don't have one. I'm not wearing it. I should have one and be wearing it. And we should all match. And I don't. And I'm the worst. I could use it. I need a t-shirt. And it does look good. And I like wearing black.
You know, it was funny. It was hilarious. We were doing a street market yesterday, and she was wearing the shirt, and somebody was just like, "Oh, I really like your shirt," and I chimed in, "Thank you," and then I had to explain,
"Thank you, it's mine."
That I was the one that designed it, and so the compliment was really for me. Thank you.
That's awesome.
I was like, God damn, look at the ego on this chick. My God.
Oh, hardly. Take pride in your work. Hey, everybody.
I dressed her this morning, so thank you.
From Costa Rica to Australia, the connection.
That wasn't me. That was, never mind. I think Emily got what I was saying.
Yeah, I did. And I don't think improv is Amanda's strong suit. Apparently.
Well, because I'm thinking about merchandising all the time.
And we should be doing more. We do actually, like, the shirt is designed. It's set up. All I have to do is click a button to send it over to Etsy.
Well, click the button and send it into Etsy, because then we should do that, and then we can have it, and that'd be a good thing to do. But we are getting to a close here. Stick around. Mediocre Poker is going to start in just over an hour, and also thanks. Hey, thank you everyone for watching me on Truth Wanted yesterday. If you were there, if you haven't checked it out, it's on the Truth Wanted channel on YouTube. You can go back and watch it. And I got all blurry now, and it's so sad.
Yeah, and it was great to watch you on that. Charlotte and I watched you naked in bed while we were eating cheese and drinking wine, so it was very fun.
It's pretty wonderful. Yeah, I thought you watched me naked in bed, and I was like, I don't remember that part of the show, but
Oh yeah, it got real fucked up at the end. Were you aware of what was going on?
Oh no, I do have some blank spots that I haven't filled in yet. So this is helping. But yeah, thanks everyone. I don't know if I'm ever going to be on that show again. I sure hope so. I'll be on this show every week. We'll be back next week. we haven't discussed what we want to do next week, because this is like, I don't know if we want to, do we want to stick with the darkest timelines? It's not really that anymore. We've kind of just abandoned ship, really.
You can do an interview
like-
you interview me on my second book, which will be dropping later this week.
Is that so? Being trans book club? What do we want? We need to figure this out. So we've got 5 minutes.
Are we having a
Like,
staff
let's
meeting
sort it.
here with
What should
everyone?
we call our show?
Yeah.
Chat, let us
Gather
know.
around.
What should we call our show starting next week? Because we can't keep it.
Well,
think-
I mean,
Nothing change yet,
it's. I mean,
unless we're keeping
the end
it.
times start in 2 days, right? Or is it 3?
It's
3
2,
days.
Yeah. It's
So-
2 days. It's bad. It's Monday. Yeah, it's the 18th. It's the 20th. So
I mean, we're kind of gonna have to come up with it on the fly next week to see just like exactly what happens. Like, I mean, honestly,
maybe we have this meeting Monday afternoon.
no, you're missing my point. Like, y'all are gone. Y'all aren't in the United States anymore. Like, and I can pretend like I'm not. Like, I'm okay.
I'm not, but I'm not permanent yet, and unless when things happen, like it all goes sideways really fast, and then I might not come home. But that's sort of low on the possibility list.
Yeah,
I think.
I mean, I'm kind of in the. I was talking to Lilith before the show. It's like I'm watching, and I'm like, I think a lot of bad things are going to happen, but I don't know how effectively they're going to happen. And I think, me personally, I'm not going to be directly affected by most of it. And I know that sounds shitty to say, but I think it's going to be like, there's going to be some secondary and some tertiary things that affect me, but like, it's not, I don't feel like I'm personally going to be in any danger, but like, I don't know. It just depends how crazy they get, how fast the crazy comes. And all signs point to it's going to be very crazy, very fast. So like, we'll see. We'll find out. We'll find out in 2 days. It's like, and if I have to like fucking pack up and ship out, then that's what I'm gonna do. But like, I mean, I'm not in any way to do it.
Well,
I wasn't ready either, but here I am.
Yeah.
Mine is dependent on my relationship getting to a certain point where that. I mean,
You better like that fucking Vegemite.
Well, fuck.
I know,
mean,
I
if
better-
I have to be a mail order bride, I'll be a mail order bride. I don't give a fuck. Like, fine, I'll marry a goddamn envelope to get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm gonna have to hit my friend from Holland. That's what I'm gonna have to do.
Is he an envelope?
No, she's a beautiful.
That was just a weird. That was just a
wonderful woman.
weird object to pluck out of the world that you would marry.
Because it's not sexy. There's nothing sexy about an envelope.
Have you ever licked an envelope?
I was gonna say
Yeah,
you
it's
have
like
to
the
lick
Yeah,
them
you
to make them
find that
work. Like,
sexy, licking an envelope? Ugh, it's the grossest thing.
who's got an envelope? Babe, give me an
Lilith,
envelope.
that's not. I don't know.
I think she's actually going to give me an envelope. I'm kidding. I was kidding.
I'm not doing this at all. I hate all of it. I love you, the viewers, not my team right now.
We need to work on your improv. That's all.
I know I'm not yes-anding, and it's always been a problem. And Lilith is always fed up with me, and it never goes how she wants.
I feel like I'm the most patient person here. What do you mean?
You are the most patient
Cool.
I'm not
person.
fed up.
Self-sticking.
Oh, damn it. Well, that's not sexy. She brings me an envelope, but it's self-sticking. It's like that. That's very unsexy. That's an unsexy envelope.
Right, Ziggy Overland, Mexico. It is. I would love to be in Mexico. Let's talk. Find me on Facebook, Amanda Bonanza. Make friends with me. Let's talk. Yeah.
You need a Splenda, mommy.
Oh,
that was
wait. You
wonderful,
need to
Ziggy.
find yours. I see now. Like, you're not offering it for me. That sucks.
Our friend Raina is watching from Ventiki. I am so jealous. I have not found a tiki bar out here yet. I don't think there's one in Hobart.
There's no tiki bars in Australia?
In Hobart, I'm on an
That's
island. I'm on
Tasmania,
Tasmania.
yeah.
Like this is
Yes. Did you hear what you just said? You are on an island in Australia, and there's no tiki bars. It's terrible. I mean,
yeah.
honestly, if that's true, babe, let's let's go. Get me over there. I'll run that bar for you. Fuck.
Okay.
Like, let's start. If Hobart needs a tiki bar,
Oh, don't do a tiki bar.
why not?
Why
Tiki
not?
bars are
Trash.
great.
They're not.
They're great. Why do
I
you
think
say
you
they're
should.
not?
I think you should talk to some native or Hawaiians and Polynesians and talk about how great tiki
You
bars.
want to talk about the cultural appropriation thing?
Yeah.
The good thing is Australians
white-
don't give a shit about cultural appropriation. Like
Yeah.
Charlotte laughs at me constantly about all the American like sensitivities about things. Like they don't care. She says the R word for God's sakes.
Yeah.
It's a different world over here. It's a different world.
Yeah, Lilith, you don't have to be part of our business.
Just make a white
Let's
trash.
start it.
Just make a cool like white trash trailer park a bar. That'd be way more original than a tiki bar, and you probably have more fun with
There's
it.
not one though. You're in a place where one should be, and there's not one. You're not thinking like a business person. You're
One
thinking,
shouldn't be anywhere. I don't know what part you're not getting.
I love tiki bars. It's like if it's cultural appropriation, like whatever. It's like it doesn't have to be. It's just a style.
I don't care.
Is this the thing that's going to break up our group here? We're
This
going
is
to
it.
thing.
die.
It's like-
It's over.
It's kind of like thing of if like you're doing something and someone's like, hey, that you're like giving up not having tiki bars is like the simplest thing to do. It's like when someone calls you dude and you're like, don't call me dude, and they're just like, I'll call everyone dude, and it's like, are we really gonna have an argument? Just be nice to
I don't understand
It's
why
just like,
you got.
if
I
someone
don't
doesn't like
understand.
tiki, if the people from those areas don't appreciate or like tiki bars, like
Mhm.
it's like the smallest. Who gives a shit on our end? Like it's just something nice you can do for people. It's just like someone that's it.
Well,
If
maybe
you-
that's
since-
why there aren't tiki bars there, is because of the Maori population that it doesn't like it. I don't know. Like, I don't fucking know. Like, it's like,
Well, Lilith's opinion is because I'm white, the only thing I can do is white stuff.
that's,
So
that's exactly what my opinion was. That's exactly what I said.
we're gonna
summarized
go
it perfectly.
Yeah.
we're gonna go to Hobart, Australia, and we're gonna start a tiki bar / soul music / Japanime fucking K-pop bar, and we're
All we play is
gonna
Elvis.
culturally appropriate everywhere, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put them all in one thing.
K-pop
But
fans
that's
don't
gonna
care
make
if you,
it
like
American.
those people are getting paid for that shit. Of course they don't care.
I don't understand. You know what? Fine, no tiki bar for me. I'll never go
whatever
to
you
a tiki bar again.
Thank you.
Lilith, I'm
Oh.
sorry I ever liked tiki bars. I just
I'm going
like
to all the tiki
drinks
bars
out of
ever.
coconuts and umbrellas in them.
That's all right. I mean,
Can
I
I just enjoy shaved ice without
I
your
was-
woke nonsense?
I just did a show with someone who was from there, and they kind of talked to me about it, and I listened to them, and I kind of understood where they were coming from, and I don't give a shit about tiki bars. It's not worth it for me if it's gonna make someone
If
else
it makes people
miserable.
feel shitty, I'm with you. I'm with you.
What is that word?
What's what word? Is this an Australian
I've
thing?
gotten a note, but I can't read her language here. I'm going to mute while she explains this to me.
It's English.
Oh, actually,
isn't
here,
it?
come on, camera. What
Isn't
does
it
this
just
say?
English?
As all the islanders like live around Australia, whether they be Fijian, Vanuatu, and Samoan, all the tiki bars are actually in their backyards. That's why we
Okay.
don't have them.
Okay.
They're
Got
out they're out their backyard with their own tiki bar.
So they're
Wow.
running
There
their
you
own
are. That's what it is.
they're running their own tiki bars. Yes.
Yes, but they don't have a white trash bar. So I'm going with Lilith's idea now.
Just fucking skulls, cool skulls everywhere, like fucking American flags and Harley
I
Davidsons.
mean, it's just kind of weird to be like call me out and say like, well, those people run their own tiki bars. Like, yeah, they can do whatever they want.
Listen up. You can call it "Listen Up, Liberal."
Listen up, liberal.
Listen up, liberal, and it's a big fucking skull on a fucking motorcycle.
With a giant American flag behind it.
Let's call it truck nuts, and like you'd be done with it.
We are over time. We are over.
We're going. Hey, would have go down to truck nuts, get a fucking shot of whiskey. Fuck yeah, brother. We are over time, everyone. It's been It's been a delight. It's been a show. We're here. Don't forget, buy Susie in the Cybertruck, available on Amazon. Get your merch from the transverse.net, Etsy, whatever. And like and subscribe and stick around and come back in an hour for Mediocre Poker. I will see you then. Wow.
Love you, Lilith. Love you, Amanda. And everybody
know.
that comes and watches this show, you're amazing.
Bye-bye.
Boy.